What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with Crown Spectrum, man. So we did this podcast thing before. We had actually did a collab, and it ended up being super long, so we decided to make it a podcast. So we're gonna kind of get this a lot better. Eventually, just kind of upgrading the podcast as we go. This is kind of something fun we're doing right now. Today we got a lot of different topics. We'll just kind of jump into it. But you got anything to say?
So y'all, feel me? You got a lot of topics to talk about, man. Mostly that Spiderman 2. I know y'all playing it, bro.
Yeah, definitely gonna be touching on Spiderman 2. And like I said, this is not a collab, so just feel free to kind of jump in whenever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not me just asking questions, we're just kind of discussion about this. So Spiderman 2. You wanna go ahead and get on it first? Like, you wanna talk about it first?
I mean, like, yeah, you can speak on this Spider-Man 2.
Now, first of all, let me say, as far as Spider-Man 2 goes, my man's doing a walkthrough on his channel right now, so definitely go check that out if you got the time. But that's pretty much all I'm gonna say. Just wanted to play that.
Appreciate it. But yeah, though, man, Spider-Man 2, bro, like, it's fire, right? It's fire. It's definitely heat. It deserves all the love that's going towards it. I don't want to be too heavy into it. I feel like I'm gonna just put a gigantic spoiler alert right now. If you haven't played,
oh yeah, because that's actually a very good point. Because Spider-Man 2 is like got a lot of spoilers and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a minute to just talk about the game in general and the stuff that's like in the trailers, and then we'll get to the spoiler alert a little bit later in the thing. Just in case people want to click off, I can give them a chance to click off. So like,
trailers. I probably only seen like the first trailer though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like specifically stuff that just was already known, like Venom, Miles being in the game and stuff like that. In my regards to like the actual game itself, I loved it. I thought it was great. I think the length of the game is about like 9 hours. If you just kind of trying to do the story, it's very short. Which we'll get into later because we do need to discuss whether that it being short is a great thing or not. I really loved the gameplay, man. I thought the gameplay was advanced. There was some things I kind of felt left out. I guess we won't really get to them later. I'll talk about them now. Like the suit powers and stuff, I kind of felt like those were missing.
They had to brought that back, bro.
Yeah, like I feel like yes, they gave us enough content in the gameplay to make up for losing all that stuff. And I know a lot of people really didn't even like the suit powers, but I always thought it was cool, to get a new suit and you would get a new suit power, equipped with it. I saw somebody talking about how they basically said that they wanted to have like the Prowler abilities, the Prowler weapons and gadgets and stuff for Miles, and have Peter have his own gadgets, because it just makes more sense. But I mean, they're partners now, so it's a different type of feel.
Try to make them separate, make them more different from one another. Their play styles and how they fight and whatnot. Which I understand Sony is doing their thing. They keeping things on top. And I also saw a lot of people, which I wasn't aware of, that I seen a lot of people on Twitter that was saying like they was very confused, or like what's they confused, but they just didn't know what to choose. Like in the first Spider-Man game, there was a lot of gadgets for you to choose, like a lot. But you had like this weapon wheel, and you couldn't equip everything at once, so you had to choose which gadget you want to use at the time. And for I understand, a lot of people just didn't really know what gadget they want to use, or they just didn't know what gadget would be the best to use. And they felt like there was so many options to the point where, like, I guess a lot of people felt overwhelmed by so many gadgets. I wasn't aware that people was feeling overwhelmed by all the gadgets, but
no, I could definitely feel that. I don't think the gadgets was as crazy because it was only a couple gadgets. It was like maybe 8 gadgets in total or something like that. I like the way they did it with the gadgets being able to be popped with they simplified it. But what they could have done is they could have included all the gadgets and have you set whatever gadgets you want to be on your little wheel at the bottom, be on your little directional pad. That would have been better to me than cutting a lot of the gadgets out, because it made the gameplay just a little tiny bit more challenging, just simply because some of the stuff in the original Spider-Man 1 game was sort of OP, man. Like the electro web and the spider bot that would come out and just shoot and stuff.
The impact web,
the impact web was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And they do have impact web. You just have to use your unlock mode and stuff. And I won't really dive too much deep in that. But Black Suit. Let's talk about Black Suit. Let's talk about that being in the game. We won't spoil too much about how he gets it. We'll just talk about like how it feels to be in the game. Honestly, when I played Miles and yeah, like exactly, it felt great. But when I played Spider-Man 1, I liked the game. I felt like the game was great. But once you play Miles Morales, you kind of feel like how upgraded powers of a Spider-Man is just so much better. Because I've been playing Peter Parker all my life through all these games, so now we finally have a new character to play with. and Miles Morales and his Venom powers are amazing. So going back to be able to play with the symbiote Peter Parker, I don't know, man. It's something different. Like I thought I was gonna play with Miles the entire game, and I was gonna like his story the entire game, but I don't know. Between him and Peter with the symbiote and Venom powers, I don't know which one I like better. Which means it was a great,
They both
great characters.
like not to mention with Miles' powers and the way they like can be used and utilized in different ways throughout the games and how they evolve over the games. Because I mean, like I said before, I played a lot of Spider-Man games as well. Web of Shadows, Shadow Dimensions, games like that. They all star Peter Parker, and I love Peter Parker. I got nothing against Peter Parker. It was just a great feeling to have Miles there too. And honestly, this has been Miles' year. People like, I don't know if anybody's been. This is definitely
Miles is going crazy this year. Like Spider-Verse coming out, that was absolutely fantastic. Like, bro, they couldn't have done it better themselves. In my opinion, I feel like that was just such a well done movie series.
Year, man. Like, and with Miles Morales, bro, and like what's next for him is live action. Like it's only going up for here. People like,
it's definitely live action. That's like the new thing at this point. To kind of go back and have that live action feel to it.
Doesn't have yet. Like he got to get that debut. That's gonna be something crazy. Like that's gonna be something crazy. Like I already see how people gonna be reacting to like just seeing a trailer of bro popping up with the suit on. Like, that's gonna be something crazy. But yeah, the Spider-Man and this black symbiote suit. Hey, look, man. Like I said,
it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope for sure. Bro. It's gonna be dope. I guess. I mean, we're like 6 minutes in, so we'll wait. We'll get to like 10 minutes. I want to talk about a couple more things before we start really getting into spoilers, because we don't want to make people skip it kind of crazy. Matter of fact, what we'll do, we'll just save the Spider-Man spoiler talk towards the end of the pod, because we do got other stuff we can talk about. There's like general knowledge and stuff. So Gen V, you haven't watched it, have you?
I haven't.
So I'm currently caught up.
I've seen all the season boys though.
Yeah, I've currently caught up to Gen V, and just to say like some non-spoilery type applications for it. Gen V is really good, but it suffers from being itself. It's weird to kind of beat around the bush with it. It's a really good show, and I really think it was like the first episode really caught me. Like I had to watch every episode afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It was very deep. But like the boys,
or is it still going?
It's still going. I decided to go ahead and kind of watch it because to me I was just like, I could watch it and drop it and just kind of pick it back up and finish it. I was kind of curious. I wanted to see what it was about, and I actually enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was really great. To me, if I had to describe Gen V, it's basically Euphoria with superheroes. It's got and I'm not necessarily a really big fan of Euphoria. I get it, you know what I'm saying? I get why it's so popular, but I've never really been a fan of it. There's a lot of it's a lot of weird stuff. I say weird as in like just like weird for television stuff. Like in The Boys, there's definitely a lot of just kind of weird, outlandish scenes. It's not television because it's technically online streaming, but that's basically what I'm trying to say. When I grew up, we didn't have these type of shows, is what I'm trying to say. Shows didn't kind of reach that boundary. And I feel like, I don't know whether at this time I kind of want them to go back a little bit in the boundary. Like sometimes I don't really need to see everything, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, this is streaming world now, bro. Like,
no, for sure. Like it's definitely streaming world. Like
they're not bound by those TV rules. Like they don't come on TV, so they can do it every day.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It definitely shows you the application of superpowers, because Gen V is based in a college. So it shows you basically what superpowers could be used for in college parties and stuff, and that's pretty much all I'll say as far as that show goes. I mean, it's definitely not a bad show. I like the mystery in it. I like the aspect of the characters and stuff.
Season 2, then
it's something. You said season 2 or season 3?
So
you tell the latest season, right? I think it's 3. Yeah. You talking Hero Gasm.
Party scene? Yeah,
Hero Gasm was crazy. Honestly, Hero Gasm is probably like wilder than this is. It's just that this one kind of like, I say this a lot because I'll be talking about this show a lot. Gen V in itself started off crazy. Like first episode, crazy. Couple episodes like crazy. The Boys kind of was always crazy. Like in the first scene, you see A-Train like run through Robin and stuff, and that's such a crazy scene.
And
But I just felt like
straight up splat.
I just feel like it took the season 3 for them to have like the most wildest, craziest scenes in the entire show. Like the termite scene, I don't know if you remember that from the beginning of season 3. The guy that can shrink himself.
The guy shrink said it went up.
yeah, like that was wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's a wild ass scene. And I feel like it took me season 3. When I got to season 3 watching The Boys, I kind of was built into it. I was like, yeah, you know what? This ain't the crazy. This ain't the craziest thing I've seen, to be honest. Like it's crazy. Don't get me wrong, but The Boys is
season 3. That hero gasm episode,
and the hero gasm was insane. Yeah, hero gasm was insane.
Insane.
And I'm actually kind of glad they adapted it how it was supposed to be adapted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that the episode itself was fire. Like, everything was going on with it. It was a fire episode. It was just a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like in The Boys, I just kind of built up to that. Like, that's The Boys. And obviously, you can have that name of The Boys, and it could be something that is interesting. But Gen V was kind of like, yeah, out the gate, we're going crazy. We're going crazy. I don't know what.
That's the same. Gen V got confirmed for season 2. I saw that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely good enough. I really like the characters. Some characters I kind of hate. Like, some characters just made me like itchy. Not necessarily saying like because they were gross or nothing. It just kind of I just didn't like the characters. Like, some of the characters I feel like not necessarily they were written bad.
I think that would come with the territory of characters from just the Boys franchise.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get those characters that you just don't like. Like, that's part of the ball game with that whole like little series and franchise as a whole.
And then you get to see a lot of implications that Gen V has for the actual mainline Boys. You see a lot of implications. I won't spoil what it is, but if you see the latest episode, you can see specifically why that is gonna be wild for the actual next series of the Boys. Like, it's a lot going on. And speaking of superhero shows that are on Amazon and that are very like gritty, what about Invincible season 2? What you expecting from that?
I'm expecting a lot of things, man. Y'all that spoiled me with no YouTube thumbnails. I hate y'all so much for spoiling me with no YouTube thumbnails. You know what? I got impatient. I dabbed a little bit into the comments. I saw some things, and a certain someone who shows up probably not season 2, probably like maybe late season 2 or maybe early season 3. But we all know a certain someone that's also very strong. So and certain things go down, then that's gonna be a whole debate, bro. That's gonna be, y'all thought that whole Amber shit was crazy, bro. Wait till she show up in the show, the whole infrastructure of the entire Invincible like fan base is gonna shatter. Like, it's gonna shatter. A lot of people who read the comments are gonna already know and expect this. But like, people who are not aware and just watching the show only is gonna be it's gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, how is this happen? Why is this allowed to happen? Like, it's gonna like, and at some points when the Invincible has scenes like that, I really get to thinking like, damn, Invincible really do got them Boys tight scenes, huh? Like, when he really goes across that line, like, that line's gonna get crossed for sure. But like, as a show as overall, I'm very hyped. I'm ready for the Invincible 2. I'm sorry to say the Boys, but Invincible 2, and also ready for the Boys as well. But Invincible season 2, I'm ready for that, man. I'm ready, really, really excited. That's definitely when I probably seriously lock back in heavy watching a whole bunch of TV shows, because
absolutely. I'm excited for season 2. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what scene you're talking about. I won't really get into that. That is spoilers and stuff. If you guys want us to kind of cover spoilers and stuff in the pods, let me know. Like, I will definitely kind of change the spoilers, but I definitely think I enjoyed a lot of season 1 of Invincible. I thought it was a really great show. I was kind of glued to the screen, and I was a really big fan of the direction that they took it. My only thing is, I don't know, because with the boys, the comic to the show, there's a lot of differences. There's a lot of big differences, because if you actually read the comic book, and I tried reading it, the comic book in itself is super edgy. Like, it's so edgy that it is bad. It is terrible.
Boys, yeah, I heard it is super edgy.
Yeah, it's so edgy that it's honestly terrible. Like, I don't know what generation that was made for. I don't know what generation was made for it. It's bad. It's bad.
Homelander was like 10 times worse in the comic.
Yeah, and it's like to me, I think Homelander plays like the dude that play. I think his name is Anthony Starr. The dude that plays Homelander is amazing at playing Homelander. Like he is the true Homelander. Like you know what I'm saying. This guy could be the nice guy in the world, but if I see him on the streets, I'm running. You know what I'm saying. Like he plays an amazing Homelander. But
Nah, Homelander's a menace, bro.
yeah, he's a menace. But I feel like with Invincible season 2. I feel like the comic is not bad. I feel like the comic is really good. So it's like they could pretty much adapt it to there because they don't have the benefit of live action making the actual product better. So you know they have to kind of adapt it the same way. And I've looked up a lot of the Invincible stories, so I pretty much know what's going to go on. But it's going to be a trip to kind of see it and watch it and see Mark grow throughout the series. I honestly do not know. Go ahead.
What about who?
No, I'm
I was gonna say it's also nice about how I think the creator of Invincible was Robert Kirkman.
Kirkman,
right.
Which I've heard that name a lot. Like he does a lot.
Yeah, he works on the actual like animation show, like actual show on Amazon. So it's nice that it's great that he's involved heavy with the actual show. So like that definitely I feel like is a heavy factor into why Invincible is so great the way it is right now. What would you gonna say though?
No, it's like he's basically that guy. He's that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
definitely. Yeah, for sure.
It's just I think it's gonna be a good season all in all. Now another thing we gotta talk about is the new Dragon Ball series. Have you seen the trailer for it?
Dragon Ball? Oh, you're talking about the Dragon Ball what was it, Diamond?
Yeah, Daima. Something like that.
Like they turn the kids again and comparing it to GT.
Yeah, I'll jump on there first. As me growing up as a kid and like watching GT, I love GT. I felt like I don't know. I feel like I might have had to be a little bit older for me to get into that train to hate GT. Maybe looking back on it now, it's probably
the minority of that, buddy.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the minority of that. Me looking back at it now, I probably would say it's absolute garbage. I have not rewatched it from like childhood. I probably would say it's absolute garbage right now, to be honest. But if I'm being honest with myself, I really liked it back then. I had the DVDs, not DVDs, the tapes for like the lost episodes and stuff, and they were high trash. I can even remember that to this day. They were high trash, but they were enjoyable. It was more Dragon Ball, so I was cool with that. I think a really big concern, even me as being younger, a big concern of Dragon Ball GT was that Goku was turned into a kid. I would have much rather GT would have been much better if they would have focused on Pan. Like they gave Pan, for one thing, Pan needed like better design and transformations and stuff. If they would have made Pan the main character and didn't involve Goku, you know what I'm saying, it would have brought it, because what they tried to do, they basically tried to like reset the universe. Like, yes, Goku has been and fought all these strong opponents like Majin Buu and stuff, but if he's turned back into a kid again, it kind of resets his power. It nerfs him. That's one thing you do not want to do to everybody's favorite anime character. Nerf them to the ground. Look at Naruto. You know what I'm saying? So
they try to appeal back to the original Dragon Ball audience as well. They try to bring back like that Dragon Ball feeling to GT.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what they try to do. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to bring back the original feeling.
Like, it don't work. And it seems like, in my opinion, feel like they're trying to do that again with this new series. Instead, you got
I'm a hop back on Diamond, but it's just with GT. I liked it. The Super Saiyan transformation, Super Saiyan 4 transformation broke the internet. You can't tell me nothing. Like it's such a fire transformation. It's something that was so different from anything that the Super Saiyan transformations happened. Like, you know, it was such a different type of like transformation that it was I think it was like rumored to be designed by Toriyama and so. Yeah, it felt like an actual transformation. Like Super Saiyan 1 was the actual transformation only because his hair turned blonde. But it was like the way that Goku carried himself was different than his normal self. So once we got the Super Saiyan 2, which just had like the lightning around it, Super Saiyan 3, which had the long hair, which wasn't really utilized that much in the show, to be honest. And it was kind of like confusing about how the power scaling was Super Saiyan 3, because they would say that it was very powerful, but it was so draining that it was basically just like drain all your ki. Like you couldn't use it for long. Basically. And yeah, Super Saiyan 4 was basically like, I'm a whole different person, bro. Like I not only did Goku turn big, he's turned like feral. Like he has monkey fur on him. Like he just looks cool.
He turned grade 8 and then basically take that power and condense it down to
and that's like the same power with like the Broly movie and stuff with that. You know what I'm saying? That's
Basically, yeah,
kind of
that's
what they
basically
redid it.
Broly's like power. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like how Broly basically has his full Power 8 mode, but in his human base form. You know, I forgot what the actual transformation is
Broly can
called for
combine it
Broly.
with Super Saiyan, which is even more OP
Yeah, it's
than
broken.
bro.
It's like that's his legendary power in him. I would love to see a return to Super Saiyan 4, but it probably won't ever be canonized. I think in Heroes they already got scenes of it. How did you feel about GT? To be honest,
GT, I seen a good amount of episodes of GT, but I never seen it all the way through. I seen like the ending on GT. I seen like a lot of I seen the whole Mega Shenron fight. I seen like a good couple of the big fights, like Enter Super 17, but I never seen like the in between, like filler episodes, stuff like that. I ain't see the stuff like that. I saw like all the big fights, and I saw a little bit of the beginning of GT. But for the most part, I saw that all a long time ago. I never went back and rewatched it now as an adult and rewatch GT. But like you said before, if I rewatch it now, I probably would think it's hard fucking garbage. Like,
yeah, I probably would think it's hot garbage. I'm not gonna lie. I went back and watched the original Dragon Ball in my adult life, and I loved it. Like I did not think I was gonna love it as much because the actual like animation was gonna be older, but I loved it. I thought it was actually really great. I watched the whole thing all the way through, and I thought it was great. I thought I wouldn't be able to even stand it. You know what I'm saying? I've never really been a fan of like just it's pretty animation, so it's gonna be good. But I don't know.
yeah.
Something about the old animation and the fights and stuff was so amazing, and I don't know. I really liked it.
I didn't watch Dragon Ball, but I had played Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo game that was on the Wii. That was a lot of fun, but I still need to go back and rewatch the original Dragon Ball series.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dragon Ball Z though.
Yeah, I've seen all of Dragon Ball Z like multiple times. I played the games. I feel like watching Dragon Ball was such a refresher. I wish they would have added a lot more Dragon Ball content into Kakarot. They have that DLC now where you get to play like the World Tournament, but I wish they would have started from the original Goku's journey. Because I feel like you have a game that it perfectly marks all of Goku's adventures. You could have started with Dragon Ball because that's technically part of the show.
You want to play a game like that? Definitely that Dragon Ball Revenge of King Piccolo is the game to play. Definitely. It's unfortunate that it's on the Wii. So like you ain't got a Wii, then you probably won't end up playing. Or you could just emulate it. That also works too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I definitely think Daima, because we were supposed to be talking about Daima, but Dragon Ball Daima, I think that if I'm to talk about it first, I think that Daima is cool.
I think translation for is magic. I think it's supposed to be like
magic.
Daima is supposed to be magic. Yeah, Dragon Ball magic.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not feeling it. Only because, like I said, I like GT for what it was. It brought me a cool new form. I don't really see a form coming out of this. I don't really understand the direction that the manga Dragon Ball Z and the anime Dragon Ball Z is taking, because the manga has all these cool stories at this point. So I thought everybody kind of thought that's what they were picking up at, but no, they literally just made a kind of a side story about everybody that you know, as everybody these characters turned into kids. Like I feel like at this point, Dragon Ball Z isn't about character development. It isn't even about like having a deep story or a deep mystery, and trying to turn Dragon Ball into something like that is pointless. It's about the fights. It's about the fights. It's about the tournaments. It's about people turning evil, turning good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the tournament power was awesome because it had
Toriyama is the one who's behind the show, so
yeah, and he probably wants to like kind of, it's his passion project. He's been doing Dragon Ball Z for so long. He probably just wanted to kind of switch it up, do something different. But it's just weird to me because a lot of people, the main insult to Dragon Ball GT was, for one, the pacing was kind of off. The some of the episodes just did not feel right. Like honestly, it just was not the greatest. They took away a very vast character, like the amount of characters that they really kind of focused on was pointless. And it's just the fact that Goku turned into a child was such a big L in GT. For even if you like GT, you can kind of admit that Goku turned in. They ruined him. Yeah, I mean, not necessarily ruined him. I have always been in the camp of Gohan should have been a student, bro. Like if he wanted to be a student, he didn't want to be a fighter. He should be a student and not a fighter. I've always been a fan of Gohan, like taking a different route from his father. I always felt like it's kind of deeper than what people want to see in it, because you know Goku's a warrior. Goku's from a planet. You know, he bumped his head. He's not the smartest, but he's a warrior that protects the earth. And Gohan was raised by an actual loving family. So him wanting to be a student, him wanting to be good with the books and not fight, that make the most sense to me. Yes, he wasn't raised like Goku and Vegeta was raised. Like Vegeta was raised and stuff by Nappa and all that. Like they were warriors from that planet. Goku was raised by a martial artist.
Here, bro. I mean, Gohan got the new beast form, but it don't seem like they really want to keep Gohan. nerdy like scholar guy, because I mean Gohan fans, they don't want Gohan to be the scholar guy. They want him to be who he was during the Cell Saga. That's exactly what they want. They want that Gohan back. They want that Gohan who was the strongest in the series at the time, I believe. I believe he was the strongest in the series. So I think I don't know nobody stronger than him during that little final fight between Gohan and the Cell Saga. So yeah. But I don't think that's never happening, people. I don't think that Teriyama is never going to go back to the idea of having Gohan become the lead of Dragon Ball as a whole, or Dragon Ball Z as a whole, or Dragon Ball Super as a whole again. I don't think that's ever going to be revisited as the idea from this point forward. I think he's just going to be Goku, Vegeta being, the head honchos, to being the leads for Dragon Ball Z as a whole. Now,
Yeah,
question has to be asked, and it's like I don't know. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with Dragon Ball Z as a not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball Super in the future, because there's gonna be a limit at some point. They get stronger and stronger, and like they're gonna fight the angels at some point. But then again, you gotta ask, like, wonder if the angels are as strong as they are, as we seen them be, as we seen them be, then like they'll take forever for them to reach that strength level. So like they're just gonna keep trying stronger opponents until they get to their level, and then
I think so. I think that's generally what they want to do with the series. They just want to keep just, you know what I'm saying.
And I hope not. I really hope not. That's so predictable. That's so predictable. If they go down that route, I honestly would probably be very disappointed in Dragon Ball Super just as a franchise. I just want to be I'm already kind of like losing a lot of interest. Lost a lot of interest in the franchise. I like the characters. I like the story. I love the fights. I get hyped when I see the movies and stuff. The movies are great. I like superhero. I know a lot of people don't like superhero, but I like superhero. It felt, it was cool.
I actually like superhero too.
I got new transformation. Come on now, they show some love to Piccolo. Like Piccolo ain't had no love show to him in a long time now.
Yeah, I really like that one too. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it was really cool.
I know a lot of people didn't like Gohan's new form, his beast form, because they said it was pretty much felt like an ass pull, which I have to agree, because
I mean it definitely is. Like no contest.
He ain't training, so like how? Like
no contest. It fully much is. Like it's such a ass pull that it's like, bro, at this point you gotta stop. You gotta stop.
It don't help that the hairstyle, it won't do him no favors, bro. Like
I love the hairstyle. I love that it looks so crazy.
Like it looked crazy, and maybe because it was in 3D. But like, how was that translate over to like the regular like 2D animation? Like, how is that gonna?
No, like I think it looks crazy, and I love it.
His hair is gonna be dumbass long in 2D animation. Like, who the fuck is trying to animate that, bro? Like, like the people who had to animate, they probably didn't want to animate it. They didn't even want to animate on Super Saiyan 3. You imagine they had to do that with Gohan Beast form. That boy gonna end up getting a new form where his hair gonna be a lot shorter. Yeah, I always do that, bro. When long hair.
All right, so look. I pulled up my anime list, right? So I want you. We're gonna play a quick game, real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to guess. I'm gonna give you as many chances you want. I want you to guess the top. Nah, you can't. You can't get this. Actually, I want you to guess the top 5 of my anime list.
My anime list? Number 1 is.
Hold on, wait. Top 6, because 2 of them repeat. So let's do top 6, but it'll actually be like top 5.
Number 1 is Full Metal Alchemist.
Off real? That's what you going with?
Oh, it's Brotherhood, bro.
Yeah, it's off real. That's been my anime list number 1 for like so long, bro. Like it's been there for so long. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit is brain dead guess, bro. Like if you've been on my anime list for the last decade, that shit. Bro.
Nah, it's literally been up for like the last decade, and that's crazy.
You get knocked down for like 2 days, and that shit go right back up to number 1. Like I kid you not, somebody got that shit rigged. There's no way that shit should still be number 1 after like a decade of being under. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, I fully agree with you. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, what? I went back and watched it recently. It's so good. It's really good. I feel like it's just to me, this the animated. If somebody looked at anime as childish, I would give them Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, because it has a little bit of everything. It's like it's not super dark, like like it's not super edgy and dark, but it does have very dark moments, very sad moments, and it has enough cool fights and stuff to give like the fighting people what they want. You know what I'm saying? The story is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So it's got like the story. People that want a deep story. It's literally like the anime that I would recommend to somebody and just say, hey, watch this. It's a good anime.
It's a great series. Don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying, but like you don't understand it. When the anime beats for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, people spam ratings on that anime on my anime.
I mean, but like, let's be honest. What anime is beating My Hero? I mean, not My Hero. Oh my gosh, don't kill me. What anime right now is beating Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Like that should be at the top. You think?
What talking for number one?
Just like in general.
I ain't gonna lie. I enjoyed Gurren Lagann more than I did Full Metal Alchemist. Bro.
I like Gurren Lagann, bro, but no, I'm not gonna lie. No, Gurren Lagann has better fights and better action. Story, no. The story of Gurren Lagann is all over the place.
Code Geass too.
Code Geass is great. I feel like Code Geass is really great. The only reason why I would probably put Fullmetal Alchemist over Code Geass, even though I like the show more, just looking at it objectively, like I feel like Code Geass season 2 R2 kind of falls a little bit. Like the ending is to me the ending is the best ending in any anime. And I can also fault Brotherhood for this too. I feel like some of the scenes in the original, like in Brotherhood, was done better in the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Like some of the episodes that needed more expanding on, like Brotherhood is like the full, like the fast version of the original Fullmetal Alchemist, like the more streamlined version. So yeah, there's some issues there. But I feel like Code Geass' second half was kind of not necessarily confusing. Like I got everything in it, but the way some stuff played out. Like the very last couple episodes was some of the best anime ever made, but some of that stuff in the middle was kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of shaky. But I can see Code Geass up here. I don't even know why it's not even in the top 10. To be honest, it's a legend.
It's not in the top 10, really?
It's not in the top 10. Code Geass is not in the top 10.
That's crazy.
So you got Full Metal Alchemist. What's next? I must say, I'll give you a slight hint.
Slayer probably on the list most likely.
Demon Slayer is not top 5. Technically going to top 8. We'll say top 8 because a lot of these are repeats. So that should be a hint in itself. Yes. Gintama, absolutely. That should be a hint right there. Gintama is up there. People will sleep on Gintama so much. As you know, or you not know, that is my favorite anime in the entire world. I watch it every year. I watch all of it every year. And the reason why it's up here so many times is because it technically is like different series. You got like the Gintama Circle right here, Gintama Comma, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different, technically different series. So I guess they consider that like to be different on the anime list, but it's rated so high because they're all really good. Gintama's up there, so that's one. You got what, 3 more?
Let's see, dang, I'm not in touch with like animes. I am.
I'm be honest. I think one of them you're not really gonna get, but I could definitely see why this.
It might be one of them.
Oh, you got one of them. Attack on Titan is definitely one of them. You got 2 left.
It's much because like in this season or something, the final season.
You got 2 left.
Or 8 about to come out soon.
This last one you're not gonna get. I'm not gonna lie, because it's not that it don't deserve to be up here, but you're not gonna think of it. At least I don't think so.
Monster?
It's not Monster, no. And I have my own feelings about Monster. I don't think it should be top 5. That's just me.
Monster is a great psychological anime, in my opinion.
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a slight hint about one of them on the list that should be easy to kind of grasp. The one on the list is kind of like, damn. How'd you know it's Bleach?
Because the team
you cheating?
Good and I ain't cheating. Everybody
don't cheat, man.
About it, so like, I'm not cheating.
We cheat, man. I'm surprised you actually called that one. I feel like Demon Slayer was a good guess. Jujutsu Kaisen would have been a great guess. It's funny how you didn't say that. But you know what I'm saying? Bleach, as soon as I
did forget about it.
As soon as I was on, okay, you got one more that's in the top things. I see that Love is War is actually out of here now, and I mean I never watched it. Couldn't get it. I watched like 2 episodes, couldn't get into it. So is the one that's still on the list? Is it a popular one? Or is it like just it is? One? I mean, it is popular. I'll give you a couple hints. It's not a shonen, like at all. It has some very dark moments, but it's not like, it just has some very dark moments. What else can I say that is not gonna be a dead giveaway? Like I said, it's not a mainline shonen. It's not like super duper popular, and it's very old. It's like older.
It's older?
Yeah, it's older.
Is it Detective Conan?
It's not Detective Conan.
Lupin?
Not Lupin. Not really a cop. Not even really like a cop case type of show or a thief show.
Man.
I could say one thing, but it would give away so much. I want you to get a couple more guesses first.
Man. Dora?
No, it is not Dura.
That show is a banger though. You say it has a couple of dark moments.
Yeah, it's like a very kind of emotional show. Like it's not super emotional, but it definitely has a lot of emotional points in it. It's a really good show that to me personally I have only ever watched once, but it's still in my mind.
Is it Darling France?
No, hell no. You think that's in the top 6? No, ain't no way.
But never underestimate the rom-com fans, bro.
No, bro, that ain't got nothing to do with rom-com fans. That to me has one of the worst act 3s in any anime. I'm not gonna get into it right now, but
ain't even like. I mean, it's quite a couple anime.
It's definitely older than that though. Okay, I'll give you another hint because it's getting kind of hard for you.
Is it? I was gonna say, is it on Dodora?
Oh, Dodora? Nah. That's a very underrated series. This one is kind of like more popular, but not really. I give you they came out with a damn. I guess I can get a hint. I guess I get a hint if I get the final hint. It's super easy. They came out with another version of this anime. I did not watch it.
Shaman King?
No, not Shaman King. Shaman King, I did watch the reboot of Shaman King actually. It was
He came out with a reboot version of it?
Not a reboot necessarily, but like either a continuation or a different telling or whatever it was, but I did not watch this new thing. I knew this was gonna be the hardest. I did not know this was actually up here.
No, is it God? Is it a classic? Is it a girl with the green hair? I can't remember the name of it though.
Girl with the green hair. Confused.
Green hair, like she had like cat ears. It's like a classic anime, but also got like a continuation, but like rebooted animation. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it though.
I mean, if it's anime you've definitely seen. If that helps, yeah, you definitely seen it.
I seen it.
Yeah, you've definitely seen it.
The Gray Man? Nah, I ain't the Gray Man. Gray Man, that's been a while.
Yeah, you've definitely seen it. He's not gonna get it, guys. He might get it at this last hint, but just let me know you ready for the last hint. You definitely seen this.
Oh wait. Is it Seven Deadly Sins? Is it the sequel?
Hell no. That definitely wouldn't be in the top 6. You also got to think like it's in. This is literally number 2 on the whole entire list. So that's yeah, it's number 2 of the whole entire list. So like you kind of
Demon Slayer though, right?
Yeah, you said Demon Slayer, and doesn't have it. That just came out. So think about all the clues. Like for one thing, it's an older anime. It's like old, like at least 10 years old.
10 years old.
Yes, at least 10 years old. So that's another clue for you right there. It's number 2 on the list. So it has to be actually really, really good. I mean, this list is not like the end all be all, but think about a show that's really, really good.
Oh, okay. So it's number 2 on the list. All right.
It's number 2.
And that means it's out the full now. That means it's something that's popular, something that's really going. Jujutsu Kaisen? Nah, I ain't Juju, is it?
This one is gonna be so hard because when I saw this, I was like, what? But yeah. Nah, but it's really good show though.
So it's not Juju though.
It's not Jujutsu Kaisen, no. Bro. You gotta listen to me. It came out 10 years ago. That cuts out every one of these animes you keep naming. Like,
I say, all right, let me think back to 10 years ago then, bro. Let me think back. 10 years ago. What anime will be very popular from 10 years ago, bro? Death Note?
Death Note is a good guess. I was thinking about it myself, but it's not Death Note.
Not Death Note?
Yeah, because I said that they came out with another series after this original died, but I never watched it. We talked about this before, but you probably forgot because there's a reason why I never watched it.
Oh man,
yeah, this is a toughie. I'm not gonna lie.
There's a couple of dark moments, and it came out 10 years ago. Man, that's a.
It's like sad moments, but you know what I'm saying, like. Does it have lighthearted moments? I mean, it's kind of it's been a minute since I've watched it, but it is kind of like I don't know. It's sad, but I don't really know how to really explain it. I mean, they have like funny moments in there, but you know what I'm saying? Any anime can have funny moments in it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Over a decade ago, I don't even like, bro. I'm trying to really think.
I give you that last hint that it should definitely give you the answer in your mind right now that you're not thinking of.
I mean, like, I'm trying to think, like, ain't no really anime from 10 years ago that's got like not no new continued series, not that I can remember at least.
I'm not saying it's like new in this age. I'm just saying like it came out with another series, like past the 10-year mark. Like so it might have been the series might have been like 5 years ago or something like that, but it just has another series basically.
And it's number 2 on the list.
It's number 2.
It has to be something that's like. It has to be something that's really well.
You have to get in that bag, like that Keikai Sensen bag, like those type of anime back in the day. We was watching anime heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't really watch a lot of anime this now.
Not a Keikai Sensei bag.
Yeah, like
it ain't no Psychopaths, is it?
Nah, it ain't Psychopaths, but I would say it's kind of similar, but no, not really.
I mean, I got all this anime in my head, but most of them think it never got a season 2 though.
And I didn't say this is a season 2. I just said this was another anime.
It was a sequel to it. It's a sequel to it.
I can't tell you. I didn't watch it.
Is it Inuyasha?
Hell no.
Inuyasha shit.
It should be number 2.
Hey, look, a lot of niggas watch Inuyasha, man.
No, stop it. I don't even know where Inuyasha on this list, but it's definitely not nowhere near the top 30.
I'm trying to think though. Oh, that got like 10 years ago. They got a sequel. Damn, I might need a. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Hold on. Let me think. Let me think real good.
You think real good, huh?
Yeah, think real good because like I'm really searching to my anime data bank right now. And it's like
fun fact. Code Geass, I think it's season 2. Is number 20 on the list.
Fuck. But anyways,
yeah.
No, why? I only want to get into detail. Why the hell that's?
I mean, a lot of the top 10, top 20 is Gintama. It's like 6 Gintama series over. So
it's always the current animes. It's always in like top 10s anyway. So I'm not even really too surprised on it. Dang, bro. It's like trying to think though.
Actually, not really. Top 10 is literally like maybe one technically current anime, but it started a long time ago because it's the one you just named, Attack on Titan. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Bleach. But they're technically all old anime, so.
And it's number 2 now. It must be really popular for that genre though.
Number 2, yeah, it's actually why I don't know whether this is like a thing that happened recently or something. Like why it's number 2, but it to me when I last checked this, it was not number 2.
Well, trying to think real quick. What would be number 2 on the list? If I think about how the anime watchers be watching stuff and reading current stuff, and like in the last season for the show came out like 5 years ago.
No, I don't know when it came out, to be honest with you. I just know it was a secondary part to this. In fact, I can look it up real quick.
Cause I'm thinking, I mean, it ain't Berserk, is it?
No, it's not Berserk. So yeah, the series I'm talking about, it came out like around like 3-4 years ago.
3 to 4 years ago.
Yeah. Think you need that last hint, my guy. I would never get this. I'm not even gonna lie to you. There was no way. Probably I would give it up to myself. Like I probably wouldn't get this.
Wait, is it It ain't. Well, you said early 2000s though. Came out. It was late 2000, early 2000 came out.
It was 20 around. I said like 10 years ago. So I'll just say it.
10 years ago.
Somewhere around 10 years ago. Could be 12, could be 13, could be 9.
It ain't nah, it wasn't.
I mean, you're looking up a list of anime that came out. Let's go.
I ain't looking at this anime.
I feel like we gotta time you at this point, like, because it's been a minute.
Bro. This guy ain't give me the hint, bro. Like, I ain't getting it, bro. Like,
okay. The hint is it is a science-based anime. There you go.
A science-based anime?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember too many science-based animes. I mean, I know it ain't Dr. Stone. A science-based anime. What the hell? When the last time I watched a science-based anime though?
Exactly. 10 some years ago. That's the last time.
Even then, I'm kind of like, bro, what? A science-based anime?
I mean, I gave you a great hint, but I mean, I can give you like the I give up hint if that's what you need.
Bro, a science-based anime,
Like that's that. Honestly, I would probably get after that.
Ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know why I'm only thinking about Dr. Stone. I think about science-based anime.
Because that's like the main science anime at this point. Like that's the one.
But from 10 years ago, that was like completely science-based stuff.
Yes, it's pretty much all science based.
I mean, it won't be no Gundam in there, right?
No, it is not Gundam. And specifically, I have not watched the second part, so that should give you a little bit of a hint there too. You gotta think about all the clues together.
You said you didn't include the second part?
I didn't watch the second part. Like the second, this whatever the sequel or retelling, whatever it is, I didn't watch it.
And you said we talked about it?
Yeah, we did talk about it for a brief second, and I talked about how I didn't watch it. This also has a movie.
Science based and it also has a movie. Yeah, bro. Like,
you ready for the wimpy hint?
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
All right, so the I give up hint is it also involves time travel.
Steins Gate?
Yeah, Steins Gate.
What the fuck?
Yes, bro. How did you not get after the science, bro? Like,
bro,
what?
I didn't think about it though, bro. I ain't think about it for real, cause like I really just didn't think about Steins Gate. Like,
Steins Gate and Steins Gate Zero came out in 2018.
I watched both of them too.
Yeah, and I talked about how I didn't watch Steins Gate Zero. Do you remember why I said I didn't watch it?
Hey, you told me you didn't want to watch it because it was a sad ending and shit like that.
No, I said I didn't want to watch it because I think I liked the ending of Steins Gate a lot, and I didn't want to ruin it for myself. Because it's like, why are you even making it was like a different alternate future or something, and I was like, I don't even want to put myself through that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So that's actually hilarious.
That's a go. I accept that being number 2. That's goated.
That's a really go to show. I'm honestly, I don't know number 2 though. Like it's really good, but
it's really good. I mean, it really took time travel and made it, and made it work. Like it showed that like you could really make a great anime out of time travel.
I mean, it was definitely good, bro. But I don't know. I just honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I fuck with it heavy.
Like I'm kind of iffy on it, to be honest.
Nah, that's crazy. I was not thinking about Steins Gate. Not gonna lie, bro. Not thinking about it. Maybe because it was so long ago that it's like if I were to like somebody were to bring it up, I would immediately remember about it. But
so they got that. They got like the highest rated. But I feel like I like this list a lot better. They got the highest rated, but they also got the most popular. So real quick, we won't do too much craziness with this one. Real quick, try to guess the top 10 most popular on my anime list.
The top 10 most popular?
2 of them you have already said from the other list.
This Brotherhood one that's on the list.
Yeah.
I already know that. Bleach is on the list probably.
Is it? Let's see. It is not, actually.
Dragon Ball Z is on the list.
It is not, actually. You've actually said one of them, but it wasn't the right one for the list that you said before.
Jujutsu?
No.
Oh, Naruto probably on the list.
Naruto is on the list. The original series, number 8.
Yeah. Real popular. You said I said already Berserk?
No, not Berserk. You said a couple of these already. You said at least 2 of these already, but it wasn't on the list.
Monster?
No, not Monster. Monster's not that popular, bro. You naming a lot of like older shows that people just not,
Lupin?
Again, a very older show. You know what I'm saying? Like if you gonna say any of them shows, you would say Cowboy Bebop. And no, Cowboy Bebop is not on the list.
I wasn't thinking about it anyway, bro.
Like you thinking like honestly, all of these shows are like 2000s 2010s. Like they're all like 2010 shows. Except for like Naruto, which is 2002.
Like are they all 2010 shows?
Yeah, like all 2010 shows.
Aruka 7?
No, that's a good. I guess, but no. I like Roka 7 came out for. So.
Ogias?
Kogias is Kogias up here? Kogias is not up here.
Damn. Early 2000.
One of them is still going on today.
Is Shaman King on that list?
Stop it. No, you just be talking. You just be talking sometimes.
Oh wait, I forgot. One Piece probably there, ain't it?
You know what? Now I think about it, this list probably is trash. But One Piece is not up here for the most popular. And I feel like One Piece has got to be one of the most popular series right now.
Many people is watching this shit. You telling me that's not on the list? Yeah, this shit ass. This shit looking like ass.
Okay, let me. I don't know. That it's not on the most popular list, but it is on the most favorite list. Like so, whoever favorite it.
But what's on the most favorite list? But just tell me, bro.
Yeah, I have to tell you this point. No, it's two lists: the most popular, most favorite, and I feel like most favorite is better in terms of like popularity. But I can see this. Okay, so number one is Attack on Titan. That's the most popular one right now. That's the one that's airing. Death Note is number 2. Brotherhood is number 3. One Punch Man is number 4. I could definitely see One Punch Man. It got really popular. Sword Art Online, I can see that too. That got really popular either for hate reasons or stop lying like you didn't like Sword Art.
I like the season 3 late.
Exactly. Exactly. My Hero is number 6. That's kind of to be expected. It's a lot of My Hero hype out there. Demon Slayer number 7. That's kind of blew up. Naruto number 8, and Tokyo Ghoul number 9, and Hunter x Hunter number 10.
I thought people hated the Tokyo Ghoul adaptation. Well, season 1.
They like Tokyo Ghoul 1. This is Tokyo Ghoul 1 up here. Like they don't like Ri.
Oh.
They don't like Ri in season 2 and all that. Like season 2 was ass.
Yeah.
I think season 2 was like
everything that came after that was
everything that came out season 1 was high garbage, but the season 1 was fire. And then number 11 was Think Your Name. So that's interesting.
Your Name, okay, respect.
So most favorite, we'll go down this list too. Number 1 is Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Number 2 is One Piece. Number 3 is Hunter x Hunter. Number 4 is Steins Gate, which is interesting. This has a lot of favorites, so it really is a very beloved series.
Yeah, no doubt it.
Number 5 is Death Note. Number 6 is Attack on Titan. Number 7 is Naruto Shippuden, which I feel like should definitely be up there. Number 8 is Lelouch Kogias.
Okay.
So that makes more sense. Number 9 is Neon Genesis Evangelion, which is to me is just kind of like a little bit overrated. I'm not gonna lie.
I watched Neon Genesis.
And number 10 is Demon Slayer. With Jujutsu Kaisen number 12. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
It's not bad at least. It's not a bad list at all.
Yeah, the list was kind of weird though. I'm not gonna lie. Like
that was the favorite list, right?
That was the most favorite. Yes.
Your favorite, yeah. That still list makes sense. The other list was kind of like
the list was weird. This list makes a little bit of sense. I don't know about Neon Genesis Evangelion. Don't know about that, but everything else in that list is solid.
That anime in itself is like one of the most popular mecha besides Gundam.
That's true. That's true.
That shit, they got a giant.
Gurren Lagann's better.
It is. Well, I can't say because I ain't watching Neon Genesis, so I ain't making that comparison.
Yeah. Gurren Lagann's better.
I didn't watch Neon Genesis, so I don't think that's fair for me to make that comparison. So one's better.
Okay. I won't give you the top Aaron because I know you haven't watched One Piece. I mean, not One Piece. You haven't watched anime as of lately, so.
Yeah, I haven't, bro. So I can't even name.
That's fair. That's very fair, actually. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was a cool little list. I'm not gonna lie, it was cool. How you feeling about Jujutsu Kaisen right now? Just take this in. Like, how do you feel about when Gojo comes back?
Come on. Hey, look, bro, you gotta start coping. All y'all gotta start coping. The man's dead, bro. He's not coming back.
What are you talking about?
Dead. Just start coping, bro. He's
talking about nonsense right now. Is what you said. Gojo's coming back, bro. He's coming back and he's gonna wipe skin up, bro. He's coming back, bro. Mark my word, he's coming back.
Not bad, bro. This man ShoSaga y'all's been coping ever since this man Gojo.
Man, whatever. Let's just switch the subjects. You don't want to. You don't want to admit that he's coming back. So let's switch the subject. So
So what are you gonna do, bro? Like
he's coming, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. He's coming back, bro.
The dog is a cleave that cuts through existence. Like what the?
Okay, but if he ain't there, that mean obviously that cleave is not as good, right? Okay then.
Hey, man, he's not coming back.
Like who? So who gonna beat him? Who gonna beat him then?
Ain't used to it. Well, that fight ain't going on right now because right now it's showing the little shit with Kanjaki right now. So
exactly, because he about to bring Gojo back as a cursed spirit.
Yeah, now I do that. Kajaku's about to go off and he's gonna go off and go kill the rest of the people from the coloring game.
Here's my thing, right? So who's gonna beat Sukuna then? Who's gonna beat Sukuna?
Who's gonna beat Sukuna?
Who's gonna beat Sukuna? If he has all this mystical power,
he's gonna be the person who's definitely gonna be lying.
He got all this mystical power to cut through time and space with his abilities, and you just gonna punch him, and that's gonna be like the thing that he does.
I mean, they're gonna jump him, obviously. I mean, they ain't finna fight on 1-on-1. I mean,
like, stop your mess. Gojo's coming back.
He about to get jumped, bro. You ain't see Yuta all them.
As I'm saying, switching to another topic because you're tripping. All right. What is your anime game of the year?
Name, bro.
Not anime game of the year. What is your game of the year? Pretty much everything is out at this point. I mean, everything that is super important. What's your game of the year? And like why?
And there ain't no more games in the future coming out, right?
I mean, it probably is, but I don't think there's nothing big coming out.
I'm talking about for the rest of this year, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it probably is. I just don't think there's nothing I truly can think of that is like super big right now.
Game of the year? Most likely it's gonna come down between Baldur's Gate and Spider-Man 2, most likely. But my personal is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, so like, what's your thing? Because I played Baldur's Gate 3, and I've always heard about D&D growing up and stuff. I never really got a chance to play it that much. I think I tried it like at the college one time, and it was cool, but I just didn't have the time to really kind of go into the sessions and
Baldur's Gate 3 has a high likelihood of winning too, because simple fact of how much you can do in that game. Like, there's like,
I know it's definitely expensive, but I don't think it's the favorite though. I feel like with like Elden Ring that one year they won over God of War.
Yeah,
I feel like God of War is just like, it's a big franchise. Don't get me wrong, but Elden Ring was just being waited for years. Like, people had waited for Elden Ring for so many years, and
I still feel like God of War should have won that year. But
I mean, that's because you haven't played Elden Ring. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of biased in that aspect. I played Elden Ring, and I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I like Sekiro a lot better. I think Sekiro won Game of the Year one year anyway. So, but
I can't remember. I think it was 2017 one. Sekiro.
Like me personally, I don't hate the Soulsborne games, as they call them, like the Souls games. I don't hate those games. I just think that them all being in the same format gives them a little bit too much hype. I'm not gonna lie. Like, people waiting for Elden Ring for a long time. I'm pretty sure a lot of people had a lot of fun on it, and it was a great game. But like I said, I would have liked more of an adventure type of game rather than, you know, like I would have liked God of War rather than that. But that's just my own bias. I can fully admit that. I just feel like a lot of the Soulsborne games get hype upon them because they're Soulsborne games. Like, their little thing is that they don't really have to include, you know, a lot of people say they got the story and the details, and that may be true. I can't speak on that, but they don't really have to focus on anything but the combat. You know what I'm saying? Like, combat's hard. That's basically what their game is. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's what people love, though, the hard combat. You know, being able to put your real skills to the test. I think that's what people really enjoy about this. Like,
yeah, like I feel like gamers as a whole, that's like their thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can do this.
Probably be contender for Game of the Year too, but it probably won't win. Hogwarts Legacy would definitely be contender as well. But
speaking of Hogwarts Legacy, real quick, I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's like, bro, Hogwarts Legacy was definitely gonna be contending, but it's not gonna win. Like, that's just like the Game Awards is gonna make sure they're not gonna win that shit. Just with the simple fact that, if you want my honest opinion, out of every game this year so far, Hogwarts Legacy had the most like talk around it. Like the amount of shit that was going down behind that game before release was insane. People, like, you had people on the left side, you had people on the right side choosing going at each other's throats, and I'm just watching it from the bystander side. I'm watching in the stands with my popcorn in hand, watching this all unfold. Because when the game came out, I was just playing Hogwarts, getting my spells on. You feel me? But for the most part, though, I can definitely see it being presented as a contender, but it's not gonna win. Like, we all know why it's not gonna win. Like, they're gonna consider it because, I mean, it's Hogwarts Legacy. Like, that game was way too popular and way too talked about during the time it came out, even after it came, it was talked about a lot. You know, people still going back and replaying it, how popular Harry Potter franchise is for it not to be in the contending of Game of the Year. You know, and there'd be a lot of people who be calling them out if they didn't put it in Game of the Year, but it's not gonna win just for the fact of what everything was going down between and the controversies with the creator of Harry Potter and all that, and how everybody is feeling about the creator, how everything's going down about it. And it's just like, yeah, it's just like anything that's very. I feel like when
Talking about JK.
JK. When it comes down to something as controversial as like Hogwarts Legacy as a game and part of the franchise is a part of it, bro. It's just not gonna do its thing, bro. It's not gonna. They're not gonna let that shit win, bro. Because if they let it win, it's gonna be a fucking riot. Like people gonna lose their.
I mean, regardless of that, it's just not gonna win. It was a cool game, but it ain't touching Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, or Spiderman. It's not. So
yeah, but it's definitely gonna be on. It's definitely gonna be in the like. It'll definitely be in the list of games.
They're gonna be nominated.
Yeah, it's gonna be nominated. Most.
I mean, how many nominations like do they do? Is it like 5 or 6?
I forgot. I don't know.
Because if it's like 6, then I definitely could see it making it in.
What
you also got things too. Starfield is
Mario Wonder.
Oh yeah, Super Mario. I haven't played it personally yet, so I will be playing it though.
I heard great things about it.
I heard great things.
I heard ups and downs about that game.
Yeah, I definitely heard ups and downs about it too. But I feel like it just has to be nominated for Game of the Year at this point. Like Hogwarts Legacy was really good, but you know, I just feel like at this point it's got to be in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a lot of games, but for the most part, what it really gonna come down to, in my opinion, it's probably gonna be Baldur's Gate 3 and Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2, if I can't, I don't even remember.
I mean, my thing is truly because I'm looking at the old like nominees for the old Game of the Year, so they have like 6 categories. So if I had to name 6 this year, let me see. Let me look up the whole game list this year, so I don't miss anything. Remember
it's gonna be so crazy.
Let's see. Game of the Year is for 2023. I mean, Game of the Year games for 2023. I cannot speak. You know. Okay, so these are the games that came out. So Diablo, forgot about Diablo. That was a really big thing. They have a lot of controversy right now, but it's a really big game.
It's Blizzard, so
Resident Evil 4, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I heard it was really, really good. You forgot about another game that you didn't even mention that you say you claim is really good. Final Fantasy. That should definitely be in there. Yeah,
I forgot about Final Fantasy.
Definitely forgot about Final Fantasy.
I played all the way through. I played all the side missions. It was a banger. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so you forgot about even that. Honestly, I feel like the Hogwarts Legacy is getting knocked out of there. Like I really liked the game. I really thought it was good. It was a great game.
I think it might be in there for the simple fact that all the hype that was around it.
I mean, I guess
talked about it was before the game.
I guess. I mean, it was kind of hype, but I mean, you won't like Baldur's Gate drew me to it because of the hype of the game. Like I was never on my radar about Baldur's Gate. I even talked trash about Baldur's Gate. I was like, nobody playing that, bro. And then I actually started playing it and fell in love with it, bro. Think about Spider-Man. That's true hype. Think about Tears of the Kingdom. Like, if you're talking about hype alone, those 2 games are so hyped up. Like, bro, people was killing Nintendo Directs because they didn't even show any Tears of the Kingdom gameplay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Legend of Zelda is like definitely hype.
Popular Tears of the Kingdom, so I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a whole different thing. Hogwarts Legacy is cool. I even forgot it came out this year. I'm not even gonna hold you. I forgot it actually came out this year.
I forgot it too, and like I looked it up last week sometime, and I was like, "Dang, did Hogwarts Legacy come out this year?" And I was like, "Yeah, it did come out this year." Like,
got Mortal Kombat 1. I mean, obviously they'll leave all the fighting games to the category.
That's not gonna be competitive.
But it might actually make it in there if they got like 6 categories. I can see Baldur's Gate 3. I can see Spider-Man 2. Final Fantasy, was it 16? Starfield, that's 4. Diablo is 5. And actually now Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I think it'll be just Edge though. I don't think they'll make a showing, but we'll see. Like I said, Hogwarts Legacy is big because there's a lot of Harry Potter fans out there. So it is a big game. I loved it. I thought it was great. In terms of like Baldur's Gate though, and let me speak on this for a little bit. I played Baldur's Gate 3, and it's truly one of the games that I say that has to be one of my favorite games of all time. Because I love Spider-Man, and we'll get into like the spoiler talk.
Time of every game you ever played.
Yes, of all time. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. Like straight up, hands down. And I've played a lot. Like I played the Trail series. I really got back into the Trail series this year. I'm playing Trails of Reverie, or what it's called. I'm playing that now. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. Now I don't know how I want to place that just yet. Like whether that be top 15, top 10, but it's up there. It's definitely in the top 20. I'm not gonna lie. Of all the games I played in my entire life, yes, it is up there. But and we'll probably do that for a podcast, like eventually.
I understand.
Just rank our top 10.
I mean, Spiderman is already high on my list of all the games.
Spiderman 2 is great, but I don't know. Spiderman 2 is great, but it's like I knew it was gonna be great. So like a game like that, like Baldur's Gate that I hated on, and it completely changed my whole outlook on it and told me how good the game actually was. Yeah, like it's got to be up there for me. I like it because it follows all the check boxes that I want. I like turn-based combat. I'm a really big fan of turn-based combat. I like the other type of combat, but I feel like a lot of like action-y JRPGs are all the same. I feel like I try to play like Ys 8, Ys 7. I think it's what the name of the show is. Game is, and it was a cool game. I had a lot of fun with it, but then I play like games like Star Ocean, which they're all just kind of like hack and slash. You know, you have your moves on the wheel, but it's like really just hack and slashy type of games. So I've always been a fan of like those JRPGs with the 100-hour stories, with like, you know what I'm saying, with turn-based combat and stuff, and like cool characters, cool little generic anime characters. I've always been a fan of those. You know, so I've played 5 Trails games, which is a JRPG series that is only turn-based at this point. I mean, I think the next one
dropped not too long ago too. That what's called it, Persona 3 Reloaded. I think that came out. Maybe was it this?
That comes out January, I think.
January.
It comes out next year. You're talking about like Tactica or something, whatever that phone game thing is. Talking about that. But I love Persona. I love Persona 5. Definitely one of my top, probably like top 5 in my opinion. I have to read the list, but there's one of my top anime games there. But I feel like Baldur's Gate, not only did it have interesting cast of characters, like the cast of characters you get to play with in the game while also making your characters is great. The customization was amazing. The amount of like kind of story that they put you in and make you feel like you're part of the story was great. It had like the Mass Effect effect, in my opinion, where I really love Mass Effect because it was such a cool game to play. I played the Mass Effect Legendary Collection, which is also another one of my top 20 games.
I ain't never played Mass Effect.
You gotta play Mass Effect. I'm not gonna lie. Like of all the games you play, you gotta play Mass Effect Collection. It is absolutely amazing. I did not play it. I had Mass Effect 3 on the PS3. That was one of the games I bought on PS3 a long time back. I played it, couldn't stand it, hated it. And that's because I didn't start with number 1 and I was just so out of the loop with the story. But Mass Effect is a cool game because in Mass Effect, your choices matter. And it don't matter as much as Baldur's Gate, which is why I love Baldur's Gate so much, but your choices matter. So if you choose to take certain characters on missions, you choose certain characters, they will die and never be in your game again. And you can replay the whole entire game and have a different outcome. And that's what I love about certain games. Like, let me play it again. Like, forget New Game Plus. Like, this has totally like 1,000 different endings you can get into. And I feel like that's something cool with Baldur's Gate. You know, the cast of characters that you choose to bring with you, they're very fun. They're very like awesome to kind of like know. They're very cool characters. You have different missions with them.
Detroit Become Human.
It's like Detroit Become Human with the choices, but with Baldur's Gate, like the choices really mean a lot. It have very crazy implications for what you can choose or what you can do later on in the story. And the cool thing about it is it is completely multiplayer. Like it is a multiplayer game through and through. It's the thing I've never seen in my entire life, unless I'm blanking right now. It is a turn-based, like kind of strategy turn-based game with choices that matter that you can play with friends and up to 4 friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that to me is like, that's it. That's game of the year. I think hands down. I don't know. Not hands down though. Cause we'll talk about Spider-Man because we got the spoiler parts of Spider-Man coming up later. It's soon actually, cause we're gonna talk about Spider-Man as like the game of the year nominee. But I love Baldur's Gate. I think it's a great game. 10 out of 10 definitely would play again. Like if somebody got the game or it came on sale, like, you know what I'm saying, I would definitely run through it again with another person. Like it's that fun. So Spider-Man. And now we get to talk about Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man's a great game. I think it's amazing. I think it's neck and neck. I think it's neck and neck for my game of the year, but I feel like I don't want to let my Spider-Man hype because of Spider-Verse and all this other stuff. I don't want to let my hype kind of, you know, overdo me as much fun as I had as Baldur's Gate.
Spider-Man 2 is not perfect. Now, either wrong, it does have its faults. Like it does have its faults. And I think the weakest in Spider-Man 2 is not even gameplay, in my opinion. I think it's story-wise. I think it's like story-wise.
Story-wise?
Yeah, I think it's story-wise. So they try to I think they try to cram a little too much into one story. Like Venom doesn't feel fleshed out enough in the story. Like this whole segment just kind of like it happens. Like, Harry, well, we're in spoiler territory now. So
okay. We are entering spoiler territory. But I will say this. I actually disagree with you on that. I'm not gonna lie. But you can go ahead and finish your story. I disagree with that though.
You disagree with that? I mean,
I disagree with that.
Like, I feel like because like when Venom came to be, like it came to be after Pete finally gets rid of the symbiote, and then it goes to Harry. Harry just willingly accepts the symbiote because he was desperate, supposed to live. I guess he really wanted to live, and
as most people do.
Went from there. Yeah, and then like went from there, just like things progressed really fast. The Venom showed him the little symbiote, showed him the vision of how the symbiote take over the entire world, and they got control of everything. They can heal the world, and then, he just went there, and he fought Craven, beat his head off. How that all went down, that was crazy. And then I honestly did not expect him to do that, but that happened, and I just went, and then the whole Scream situation was kind of weird too. When he turned MJ into Scream, because
that's one thing I kind of agree with you on, and I'll talk about that in my part.
Weird because I didn't know much about Scream, but like I clicked Google search and I just like looked at it, and I'm like, and looking at the comic, I'm like, well, obviously the comic version is not MJ. I mean, Sony is doing their own thing, but like
I'm about to say, you also got to think the Venom is not Harry, so that's like it's definitely like a different feel to it.
Yeah, but I just feel like I feel like Scream though, like of all symbiotes, I feel like Scream should be a symbiote like Carnage. It should have her own DLC type thing. Like shouldn't be like no one.
I mean, not necessarily. I don't think it at all. Like Scream is cool, bro, but Scream is definitely not the top two symbiotes. Like let's be truthfully honest with you. Like
it's not top two symbiotes.
Like Carnage and Venom are like the ones that are the top symbiotes.
I feel like I could have used Scream better. That's put it that way. I feel like the character could have been used better.
Okay, so let's talk about this right here, because I gotta chime in. I actually disagree with a lot of this. I felt like the Scream thing was weird. I think it was weird that they did it like kind of right there. But to me, I actually enjoyed it more. Like I thought it was weird because it just kind of popped up out of nowhere. But I kind of enjoyed it more that they included more of the Venomverse into the game, because a lot of them older games you play with Venom and stuff, I don't think you get to see a lot of the other symbiotes. Like you get to see Venom and that's it. Like that's your main thing.
That's true. So I'll give credit. Some of that credit.
So I feel like they were really diving deep into like the symbiote lore. Like maybe that gives me hope. Maybe we'll see like Null in the future and stuff. Like so maybe if that's possible, we'll get hints of that in a video game later down the line.
I doubt it.
I mean, I truly doubt it. But that's what video games is, man.
Once you got a skin in the game, it's like it's a no skin in the game. So like when that happens, it tends not to be a thing. It's not gonna.
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, the skin in the game just only tells you that they're thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't say to mean that it couldn't be in the game. But
that's true as well. But I just don't feel like they're gonna do it though.
I mean, that's the prediction. You know what I'm saying? It's a theory. That's what theories are for. You know what I'm saying? But all I know, man, I just feel like me personally, I like the way the story did it. I feel like the Craven stuff was just kind of just enough to where like Craven wasn't really the main villain. It was kind of like that was probably the only criticism. That was only probably criticism that I had of the show, or like not the show of this game, is that the story of this game is like I couldn't figure out who really was the main villain, because at the very end it switched to Venom, and Venom is the guy that is like the main villain. But it's like Craven been stalking Spider-Man this whole time. He's been looking for Spider-Man, not Spider-Man actually. He's been looking for like these people and stuff. And I feel like we didn't get into enough of like.
And him killing the villains, I wasn't really fond of that either. Cause like,
no, I love that. That was great. That was great. I mean, that was great part.
I don't mind if somebody else gonna take up the mantle of Shocker, Scorpion, and them. Cause like, I kind of want to fight them in the next game. I mean, I'm just saying, like, they're all dead now though. Vulture, how many has he killed? He killed what? Shocker, Vulture, Scorpion. I think he killed Electro too. I think. This man killed a lot of villains. This man killed like half the Sinister Six from the first game. I was like, God damn, ain't got no villains. I don't know what the fuck Rhino is.
I mean, so I didn't see that right or something, because I didn't know he killed him. I just know that he like I didn't know he killed all of them. I know he killed Scorpion. I didn't know he killed all of them.
No, Scorpion's dead. Shocker's dead because there's a voice recording saying.
Oh yeah, when is that like the Mary Jane fight? Yeah, I love that. I love that so much because to me, we fought the Sinister Six. We fought these characters in Spider-Man 1. I do not want to fight them again. Like, to be honest, I don't really care to fight them again. And we fought them. Like, Spider-Man has such a vast array of enemies. Like, in my opinion, the Spider-Verse could be the next game. So it wouldn't include none of these villains that are already being used up. You know what I'm saying? We've seen all these villains now, so it's time to move on.
Yeah, you won't be fighting them. Like Scorpion's dead. See, Vulture's dead because Vulture was also another one. He's was one. It's
just like how in the Batman games, like Joker wasn't like the only villain. Like, you know, they had Scarecrow. They like, you know what I'm saying? It's different people. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Sandman was in the game, so we got to see Sandman.
Joker was around for a couple of games though.
No, he was around, but I'm saying like the Scarecrow focused game. You know what I'm saying? Like there was games that he wasn't the main enemy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like I would get tired of fighting the same guy.
But then again, it's like there's always more than one incarnation of these characters too. Because there's been more than one.
You had the Arkham Knight, and I don't want to get onto a whole Batman conversation, but in all honesty though, I feel like Spider-Man being like who he is and having Kraven come in and just body these people gives the universe a whole different feel to it, in my opinion. Because not only do you introduce like a lot of killing and stuff, that means a lot of tragic stuff we have in this universe. Because as you know, Peter Parker has some of the most tragic history in any comic book universe ever. Like Mary Jane dies a lot. Like stuff just be tragic, and it feels like this
like Paul and stuff. And like it's really tragic, man. It's
like this stuff to me, like with Harry dying and stuff, like this is a tragic universe. Harry's sick in this universe. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not he's alive actually, so that's one thing. But you know what I'm saying? So that the Goblin will be probably 3.
That's not really. Other than that, I like the story. You know, other than like a lot of villains getting cleaned the fuck up. But I get.
I don't know why you hate that. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, so you wanted to fight Shocker and them again.
I feel like there was more. I just feel like there was more room. I feel like could have been more room to use these villains again. But then again, they got Goblin, you know, coming from the future and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna complain too much about it. Maybe
it's like we haven't got Goblin yet. I don't really want to fight against Sinister Six again and again in every game.
I mean,
like, especially with a series with Miles and and then especially with the end scene. We'll get to that at the very end of this. You know what I'm saying? Like Peter Parker is not even really Spider-Man right now. He's kind of on retirement right now. You know what I'm saying? So
semi-retirement.
He's pretty much in retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna put it down for a while. Because Miles is strong enough to protect the city by himself because he's done it already in his game. And now he's only in this. I feel like that was the cool thing to show. I feel like you can look at the story 3 different ways. You can look at the story about it being about Kraven on the hunt for very powerful, dangerous creatures. To me, it was a little bit weird because he was hunting, what was he hunting in the beginning? He was trying to hunt so much. He was hunting like Tombstone and all these different villains and stuff, trying to kill them.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. And then once he realized how strong
in the beginning, he was hunting down the very first people he was hunting was Scorpion and Martin Lee.
Yeah, Martin Lee. And then he got him, so he was hunting down like Tombstone and stuff. And then he eventually, when they get to him and they try to free the lizard, it was a big part of this, mind you. They try to free the lizard, and he found out how strong the symbiote was. He switched his hunt to the symbiote, and he wanted to fight the symbiote. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I like his whole storyline because his whole thing was, I don't want to die. I want to die in battle. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? It makes a lot of sense because he was like sick. And then you go around the bases, you get a lot of more context about like his family and how he, raised his kids and stuff. So that was really cool.
The Kraven house.
Yeah. So, and it also kind of leads to a potential where, I think his daughter was the one that killed all his family or something like that. So
I think it was the daughter, and she's going to end up probably coming to New York.
Yeah. So she's probably going to end up coming to New York at some time. She'll be like Miles' enemy probably. So that'll be cool. You could take that's one aspect of the story that you could take. Yeah, there's
a lot of stuff going down, but like just so you know, what's his name gonna be like. He gonna definitely be in the next game. Like, there's no way they can do Spider-Man 3 with no Peter Parker. Like that's just.
I mean, how do you know that they had a whole Miles Morales game with no Peter Parker in it?
That's true. That was like a little like like I don't even say like a DLC. Honestly,
I'm about to say it's really not. I think it's about the same.
No, not a DLC. Like this shit was on. Like, this shit was more like a smaller version of just like a small.
I mean, it was literally probably about the same amount as Spider-Man 2.
Game, bro. Yeah, let's call it like 1.5 Spider-Man game. Like,
to me, it really won't. You had a whole different Spider-Man with new powers and a whole new story.
I said like it could be like a bridge between that and then head into Spider-Man 2. That's why I looked at it as. Like
I don't even look at it as a bridge. Like I originally did until I played Spider-Man 2. But nah, because here's my thing.
Miles was what him coming into his own hero, you know.
Nah, but here's my thing though. Spider-Man 2 takes about like 8-9 hours to beat. Like if you're just doing like this stuff, 8 hours to beat. Spider-Man Miles Morales takes like 7 hours to beat. So at this point, it's pretty much an actual game on itself. I called it a DLC because it was shorter than the original Spider-Man. But the fact that Spider-Man 2, which is another in the mainline series of games, was only 9 hours compared to Miles Morales' 7 hours, 7.5 hours.
It takes 9 hours to beat. I think it was 11 hours though. I thought it was 11.
Like 8-9 hours. Like you could beat that game really quickly. Like it's very, very short. I don't even think it takes 11 hours.
I'm going on based on what I saw on IGN. It was like it would take approximately 11 hours to beat the game straight up if you were to do it like straight story. Like 11 hours to beat the full story.
Yeah, to me it was very short because I spent most of the time getting my 100% completion and not even doing the story, and I still finished it in like 20 hours or something or so. So
yeah, I finished in like 21 hours.
Yeah,
after everything.
So did you platinum everything?
Yeah, I platinum everything.
So it's like it took you about 20 hours. So that's just like literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I beat the full game in like 11 or 10 hours. It was one of those marks I beat. I can't remember.
It just felt like a really fast game. So the thing about it is that you could say they're not gonna have Spider-Man 3, but if they do Spider-Man multiverse, like the Miles Morales Spider-Verse or whatever, you're not gonna play it. Like absolutely. Because that's definitely a route they can go. But then again, it's like Goblin is coming back, so they probably will have Peter Parker back. He'll probably come out of retirement after Miles has been protecting the city. And then there's an Easter egg at the end. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, talking about Cindy Moon or Silk.
Yeah, Cindy Moon. I don't know if you caught that, but yeah,
that's another Spider-Person. Which she probably about to get her own little Miles Morales thing coming.
Yeah, so she'll probably be in Spider-Man 3. I think that's just for me. She'll probably be in Spider-Man 3. She'll probably be in Spider-Man 3. She'll probably be training to be a Spider-Man. It'll be like Miles is down to teach her. But going back to my earlier point, there's 3 ways you can take this story. Like I said, you got the whole Craven and stuff, and then the second part of it is Venom. Venom being Harry, and how you can see kind of Harry getting more angrier at Peter and stuff. And I really love the evil Peter. Evil Peter was so great. He's just kind of like, bro, you all want me, expect me to save you. You know what I'm saying? He was just talking reckless. And to me, this game handled it so perfectly because it started off with Peter being like, man, I really like this suit. Like, the suit is so powerful. And then started being like, oh, okay, they're being a little bit.
It makes him a better Spider-Man.
Like, and it's like, okay, they're being a little bit annoying. And then it's just like, he eventually just went on to straight on rage. Like, when he fought the lizard and stuff, and the suit is like the first time you said we, like, you can fully see Peter slowly bonding with the thing. First, it was just a cool suit. Then it's like, okay. Then his third is like we, you know what I'm saying? So we're fully locked in. It made sense because Harry had been building up anger for Peter because Peter didn't want to take off the suit. Like, the suit made Peter not want to take it off. So when he got the suit back, it became Venom. I feel like it was
a combination hatred of Harry's resentment towards Peter and Samuel's resentment towards Peter for abandoning it, you know, and taking it, ripping it off, you know.
Yeah, so I feel like
Samuel also hates Miles because he basically contribute to helping Peter take.
Yeah, he beat up Peter Parker to take the symbiote off. But I think to be honest,
Peter Parker fans are not gonna like that shit.
I don't care. He beat on him. So I think the Venom side of the story is good. You said that they didn't really flesh out Venom, and I could truly understand that. Like, Venom could have been in this game by himself, and it still would have been a good game. They didn't even really need Craven.
More voice lines. Yeah,
I need Craven, but I think the way they did it was perfect because if you ever watched like any introduction to Venom in a show or a TV show, I mean, look at like you can at least say Venom had like 3 hours worth of story, and any of the Venom movies itself is like at least 2 hours worth of Venom content or whatever. I just think that
I think the interpretation for, well, I won't say perfect, but the best one to me so far is still the spectacular Spider-Man's interpretation of Venom. I like that Venom version a lot.
I mean, Venom is just literally space gunk. That, you know what I'm saying, they gave him his backstory. They showed how Harry used them and stuff. I really like the take on anti-venom, because that was a really cool concept. I don't think we talked about it yet. Anti-venom was such a cool thing.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I have no real comment on that. To be honest, all I know is that I was surprised that he got the anti-venom. I was aware, I was not aware, honestly, that the anti-venom was not Peter. Like, it's not his thing. Apparently, it belonged to someone else. Like,
yeah, it belonged to Flash Thompson. I want to say it was. I want to say it was Flash.
I thought he was Agent Venom.
I think that's the same thing. Like, because anti-venom is like, no, it's actually not the same thing. I'm actually confusing all of it, but I think basically Agent Venom is sort of the same thing. Like how to say it.
I know that Harry first got the symbiote, so he finally getting under control. He became Agent Venom, which was a reference to like Flash Thompson when he had the symbiote and had it on Agent Venom. And then I don't remember. I remember the anti-venom. I know it was like, I don't remember it looking like how it looks on Peter. I remember.
I mean, anti-venom is white, so it's about the same.
Yeah, it's white. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about the same though. But yeah. I mean, Flash Thompson did have it though. So I just looked at Flash Thompson did have anti-venom at one point. So
he did have it.
Yeah, so it's literally Agent Anti-Venom. Yeah.
Who's the main host for Anti?
Probably Eddie Brock, because Eddie Brock has it too. So.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So it just, that's cool. I'm gonna read that comic. So basically, for Eddie Brock, it happened literally the same way as in the game. Martin Lee cured Eddie of his cancer or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. So
anti-venom.
Yeah. So that
because it makes Martin Lee's negative powers.
Yeah, his negative light force. They call it light force abilities.
Oh shit.
So yeah. So that's basically that's dope though. That's dope. Okay.
I mean, I like the anti-venom in the game. Feel me? I haven't seen it other than.
I remember seeing him in like Awesome Spider-Man at one point. He was somewhere. I've seen him before, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's anti-venom. Like, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it, and they had it like Martin Lee was the reason why he did it. I'm glad I didn't know the comic, because I probably would have seen it coming, and I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I didn't know the comic about anti-venom. I was aware of him from a previous Spider-Man game, but I didn't really know about him. So I was like, okay, Peter getting the anti-venom suit. Okay, interesting.
Basically, you can think of that as a controlled symbiote, so that's a really cool symbiote without all the nasty effects of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wish you could just change the color back to black though after you beat the game.
Nah, I want it white. I mean, the whole point is anti-venom, like, because that's because you can put on.
I feel like you should have a choice. They got the black suit though. You can play as the black suit, so I feel like you should be able to change it.
I mean, the black suit just kind of like just a black suit though, you know. Like, anti-venom is literally white.
White anti-venom though?
It's literally a white symbiote. Just like how Carnage is red. Like, you can't just change his stuff to black, but he's red. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's a free run shit, bro. You can change color suits, bro.
Like, man, that's how they get you, man. I promise you to change the color of the suits, and that's all she wrote, huh? So that's probably we're gonna wrap up soon. But the third
I ain't never talked. Oh, what you gonna say?
Top the Spider-Verse thing.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about that. So but before that, and I said, because I talked about the Venom, the Craven part being one way you can look at the story, Venom one way you can look at the story. The way I took the story was more of a Miles. This was more of a Peter's
safe. I think it's a safe like way to go about it.
Safe. You definitely watched somebody's video. I forgot where I seen it. That it's a safe sequel or something like that. No Ordinary Gamer, huh?
No.
Some Ordinary Gamer or something like that.
Not bro. No, this was a different job.
I mean, people say safe, but they also
watch it. Yeah, I did watch it, but I already had my own opinion.
I don't really know what safe is about though. Like, why do people call it safe?
You feel me? Like it like when they say safe, like it's a great Spider-Man game, but you know, as Spider-Man, like it ain't really like doing nothing that like branches out a lot from the first game. You know, it has a lot of things from the first game, but it also took away a lot of things from the first game as well. But it made things more simpler, but it's still, you know, it's still a great sequel. It's just it's Spider-Man in a safe, you You know, it ain't stretched out too far, doing that too crazy different with the game like play wise or anything of that nature. But you know, it's still a fun experience. Like you know, you Spider-Man, you still doing your thing. Like you swinging through the city. You know, they even add a couple cool things, but you know, they ain't do nothing too crazy. You know, nothing that we ain't really seen for like done crazy, like you know, that we ain't probably already seen for like trailers and stuff like that. I can't remember because I ain't seen all the trailers, so I don't know if they ever showed a Will when you seen trailers.
I mean, I guess I can see what you're saying about with that. Like it's safe, as in it's a good sequel, but they didn't like stretch it to what they could have stretched it to. I guess is what you're saying.
Yeah, like they were testing the waters because you know this is the PS5. You know, the first game was the.
I mean, Miles Morales is PS5 built though.
It is, huh? I mean, I don't think it really like. Well, I think that.
I think the only thing y'all would consider not necessarily a safe game would be like if Shield came and picked Peter Parker up, and you can basically see him get out of New York. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like New York is the thing that's kind of hanging.
Question that needs to be answered, bro. What the fuck is the Avengers at, bro?
I mean, they're probably there. I mean, Spider-Man's dealing with Spider-Man stuff. I mean, Doctor Strange is obviously there. So Avengers Tower is there.
Yeah.
The Avengers is not going to be dealing with. Then again, that's any Spider-Man game. Like, why is the symbiote wrapping up the city in Avengers Tower, and you don't see Iron Man out there shooting things up?
But he got a tower there. The Fantastic Four building there, and you can tell me ain't nobody
pulling webs apart and stuff. I really like how the and we'll get to like the Spider-Man thing. We do got to wrap up, but I like how the how like you can go and fight around with people in the city and stuff. They can be there in the city fighting and stuff. Like with Wrath and stuff. Speaking of Wrath, the Carnage sequel DLC, whatever they're gonna do, is gonna be fire. I did not know that storyline was gonna lead to that, and I'm so hyped that it did. Because that literally just led one of the most important side missions in the entire game, and it led into literally the main story. Like he's gonna become Carnage, and that was so fire.
It is fire, definitely. It's definitely gonna be
fire. They did that, especially bringing back Yuri back from the past and stuff.
Only thing I ever had a problem with in Spider-Man 2 was just the story. Everything else I love. It was solid.
And then the third part of the story is, as I mentioned earlier, like I would take a look at Miles Morales. Like Miles Morales is like he's Peter's friend. You kind of notice that like Peter is not really like
brothers to each other.
They're like brothers, yes. And Peter's not really mentoring them as much. Like he gets the suit on, he starts to abandon them and stuff. But then Miles is the one to kind of show the maturity, because I like Miles.
I forgot to ask, bro. How you feel about that new suit, bro? He got it in the game, bro.
I mean, obviously, I could tell you kind of hate it.
That shit's ass.
I loved it actually. I thought it was cool. Like I don't know, something about it was cool. I didn't like all the pieces of it, but I like the color scheme, whatever.
The half man shit, I don't really want to feel in that shit. And the Adidas sneakers, nah, that shit was obviously some sponsor shit. Some sponsor.
I didn't even know it was Adidas sneaker. I ain't paid that much attention to it. I liked it though. I kept the suit on the whole thing, even when I was like doing the rest of my trophies and stuff.
Because I always like to keep the same suit going with the story. I don't change my suits to.
But I kind of like the suit though. I mean, regardless of that, I get it was like him trying to be like, he was basically saying, "Hey, I'm a different Spider-Man now. Like I'm new." Like to be honest, if I would say like the original Spider-Man suit, if I would look at it, I was like, I don't like it. It's like a red and blue skin tight suit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. But now,
what you talking about? His black and you talking about his black and red suit?
Yeah, I'm just talking about the general, the black and blue, no, the red and blue, whatever the suit is for the basic Spider-Man. Like I don't really like that suit, to be honest. But
oh man,
it's just because I just don't like that suit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like his base suit. Just like I don't like Superman's suit. Like Batman's base suit is cool. You know what I'm saying? But Superman's base suit is kind of lame. You know what I'm saying?
So, wearing this suit, so.
You know what I'm saying? And Spider-Man's like a skin tight bodysuit. So you know what I'm saying?
I like the advanced suit though for Spider-Man. I know a lot of people hate the advanced suit.
But regardless of that, let's get back on track. Like I was saying, the story is about Miles coming into his own. He in the beginning you see him want to kill Martin Lee, and Martin's and that is combining, his stress is combining with Martin's like powers and stuff, and it's making Miles get new abilities. And I feel like I really like the way they did it. He basically wanted to kill him for killing his dad. But he showed a lot of emotional maturity there. Some might say a little bit too fast. He kind of forgave him a little bit too fast, started working with him. But
I think it was a good amount of time.
I'm a little iffy on the amount of time that he took, because I feel like he's seen him escape that one time. He was almost supposed to let some people go. He was literally that mad. No, but listen,
Yeah,
no,
he about to
listen,
let
no.
people die.
He was that mad. He was about to let people die, and he went from that to like actually fighting him, and kind of like. But then again, he did go into his mind and stuff, and he, it's like a visual journey. So I can see that. But
Yeah.
obviously him saving Martin Lee saved them in the end anyway, because of the whole anti-venom situation. But
Yeah.
I feel like this story is about his growth. He tracked down his father's killer. He decided to save him, give him mercy like Peter would have done. He showed that he's finally ready to be a true one and only Spider-Man. Like, he don't necessarily need Peter to be in the city for him to protect it. He'll do it. He's young. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Peter's
Yeah,
old,
Peter,
but
yeah.
but
Peter's not old. I mean, Peter's 25. I was
but
surprised how young he was.
that's the thing though. He needs to get his priorities in order. Like, he more.
Spider-Man's been doing great, but Peter Parker's life is
Yeah,
absolutely
Peter Parker's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he walked around his house when he went to visit his house.
yeah, I mean, I saw that. That's a whole other thing. I want to get no attention on that, but yeah, bro, like, he need to get his life together, and I feel like Miles was able to give him that time. Like, they don't need two Spider-Man at this point. Miles got it. You know what I'm saying? So, I take
it might be two Spider-Man.
I take that aspect of Spider-Man better than I take the Venom aspect, and I take the Craven aspect. I look at it as like a friendship and a mentorship finally at its end. It took 3 games, but Miles is finally his own Spider-Man at this point.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
so now I'm just excited for Wolverine, to be honest.
Wolverine?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with Wolverine at this point.
Wolverine.
Because I feel like, would it be as good if
the reference thing that was in the Spider-Man game? That was talking about a possible Daredevil game? Or at least he's showing that he might show up in the like actual DLC, because in the Spider-Man 2 game, the Nelson Murdoch building is like it's evicted. And the building is evicted now. Like, they got evicted from the building, and it's a little notice on the door. And then as the game director, I'm not sure if he's a game director, but it was one of the people who worked on the game, was like really heavily involved in the Spider-Man 2 game. And he just told him like, yeah, like I'm glad you noticed that. Like, he was like, stay tuned. Like,
okay, that's cool.
Daredevil may show up.
I don't necessarily want a Daredevil game. I'm gonna be truthfully honest with you.
I mean, he's a street hero.
Wolverine is absolutely fire. That makes a lot of sense. Like, I would love to go to Avengers Mansion, but to be honest, Daredevil would literally be like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least in X-Men and stuff like that, you'll see different locales. You know what I'm saying? You can see Genosha.
If it's a Wolverine game, it's gonna be a Wolverine game. I doubt the X-Men show up in it, bro. Like, I don't see that happening.
I mean, he's not gonna be like, if he's Logan. I mean, even if he's Logan by himself, I would rather see that in a Daredevil game. Just some different locales. We don't need any more. We don't need it.
Like the Daredevil game.
Listen, bro, we don't need. Do you not understand what I'm saying? We don't need any more games, because the reason you call it a safe sequel is because we're literally still in New York. They open up a little bit more of New York, but it's still New York. I'm kind of cool off that, because if I had to go around New York but not be Spider-Man, not flying and swinging around, or being Iron Man and flying around and stuff, I don't really need to see New York that much. I'm not gonna lie. Like, New York is cool, bro.
How would you feel about it in a DLC format, though?
DLC? Yeah, DLC would be cool, but I doubt they would do that, because they would have to do a couple of stuff. But like his thing is Hell's Kitchen, if I'm not mistaken. Like, that's a part of the map of Spider-Man. I feel like Spider-Man just covers so much of New York that I don't want to see no more superheroes in New York.
It's a good idea for somebody who's like Kingpin get out, and then they team up, and then they can
no more heroes in New York, bro. I want to see cool new locales. I want to see Project X for Wolverine. Like, I want to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see. I thought we was gonna be able to go to the jungle in this game, but no, apparently not. So, yes, that would have been cool too.
We technically went to Antarctica.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That would have been a cool look. You know what I'm saying? Just those types of places are cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to see that. You know, I would love to hang out with Doctor Strange and go to mystical places and stuff, and Spider-Man, and help out. I feel like a lot of the side missions should have been stuff like that. But that could be stuff later on in the game. Like, let's go help out Doctor Strange in like the mystical Mephisto realm or something. But
awesome.
Last but not least, let's talk about the Easter eggs, the side mission Easter eggs. We got Carnage, obviously we talked about that. We're gonna close out the show talking about the Spider-Verse Easter egg that they had in the thing. I'll let you go ahead for that.
Well, talking about where you collect all the spider bots, and like
each
spider bot is from a different universe. Yeah, that was a really interesting thing. I actually found those first. I found those during my story missions, and I didn't pay mind to them at first as I was collecting them, but then like they started getting my attention eventually, because I wasn't seeing them on the map. It was the only items I weren't seeing on the map. They would just randomly appear in front of me or somewhere near me. So I was like, well, like, how is this happening? Like, why is this happening? And then it got my attention, and then I realized, like, okay, like there's a lot of them too. People, it's like what 42 of them. Like, it's a lot of them to collect. So, and you don't really see it on the map, so you just like kind of just have to go around the city and just hope you find one. Lucky for me, I found them because I found a lot of them during the story mode, so I was collecting them while I was doing the story.
So I did too. I had a lot of them by the time I ended the story.
Yeah, so I only had like to collect like what 5, 6 more by the end of the by the time I finished the story. So yeah. And then we went to this location and went to this wall, and what was that girl's name? Delia?
I forgot what her name is, but apparently she was
Delia.
She was a character from the Spider-Verse that was cut out. She was supposed to be in the Spider-Verse movie.
Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, I saw that. It was like she was in the art book, and it was like she was a cut character, a cut scene, and a cut character from.
But she took out the Spider Bots. I like the idea about Spider Bots because it was interesting enough because it obviously led to like some Spider-Verse stuff because it was Spider-Verse bots. Like it was just bots of different Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse, whatever Spider-Mans there was, like Jonah Jameson's like Spider-Verse. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Ultimate Spider-Man. I was like,
would love to see. What I would actually love to happen, they can actually switch it up in two. They can make a Miles Morales 2, like with Spider-Man 2, and have Miles Morales do his own little story and maybe kind of touch into some of that this Spider-Verse love and stuff. And then they could,
but I doubt it though.
And then you doubt a lot of stuff. Like you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a theory. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, I doubt it. You're like, I doubt it. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't see it because I just don't see it because they already got the Spider-Verse movies, you know.
I mean, but it's like how many times has Venom been done in a movie or a video game? Like forever. You know what I'm saying? Like Green Album's about to come back. Like Spider-Man.
Like with Cindy Moon, like there's no doubt about it.
And literally
be her junk. Like
no, they're not gonna get Cindy Moon a Spider-Man by herself. Stop it.
You think
no,
not?
No. They're not gonna give her a game by herself.
You think she's not gonna become Silk?
That's not what I said. You said the next game is gonna. You said the next game is gonna be Cindy Moon. Like no, she might be a character in it, but she's not gonna be like she's not gonna be the main focus. I don't think. Like nah, because that's my thing. Like the Spider-Verse is literally in every property of Spider-Man that has ever existed that has lasted that long. Yeah, a Spider-Man from a different alternate universe has literally been in every Spider-Man series that's actually had seasons. Like let's be honest. Even the older Spider-Man, the Secret Wars, all that stuff, like all of this is like older Spider-Man comics of just different Spider-Mans gathered up together. So to say that they're not gonna do that in a game, even freaking Shattered Dimensions, the game had deal with other Spider-Man stuff.
Connect to Spider-Verse movies, or would it just be?
You're talking about Spider-Verse movies. I don't think they're gonna connect to that at all. I just think that it's gonna be some form of Spider-Verse. They already tagged the Spider Bots and stuff in there. So I just feel like that's foregone. Like it's gonna be somewhere in there in the future. It's just too popular to not do it. I don't think Carnage is gonna be the main focus of the next game. I don't think so. He could be. He actually could be. Not DLC. He could be big.
I feel like Carnage has got that potential to do so.
Carnage has the potential, but he'll most likely be DLC. That's probably what they linked that to.
I wonder what Goblin they're gonna do though.
Probably Hobgoblin,
Ultimate Goblin, or regular Goblin.
That remains to be seen. But with that being said, we're getting up on 2 hours, so we're gonna go ahead and end it here. You got any last closing remarks about Spider-Man?
Man, hey, y'all gonna hit Spider-Man 2 for Game of the Year, bro. Y'all already done, bro.
That's it. But I love Spider-Man 2. I'm still contemplating it. I ain't gonna lie. When I 100% it, I immediately deleted it off my system. Not gonna lie.
Nah, that's crazy, bro.
It's not that crazy though.
They just updated it a while ago. They're fixing a lot of things.
It's like I beat it. Like I enjoyed it a lot. I played it and I beat it. And the reason why it's not technically my Game of the Year is number 2 is because when I beat Baldur's Gate, I can run through it again. You know what I'm saying? Like I can play it exactly again and have a whole.
You'll be able to play it again once they get a new game plus
enjoyment. I mean, no, because nothing is going to change. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be the same thing. It's just going to be like tougher enemies, like a higher difficulty. That's it.
That's gonna be fun to me. Shit.
And I've literally platinumed it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm done. Like I'm done with it. So there's really nothing else to do. The only thing else to do is DLC, and that's in the future. So yeah,
I'm keeping it on my system in case I feel like swinging around the city in New York. You feel me?
I mean, I guess, but
swinging is fun.
if you're at the point where you're like swinging around the city is the fun thing to do, then you probably shouldn't be on the game. Not gonna lie. If you ain't got no other game to play.
Nah, I just be swinging.
Besides swinging on the city is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like swinging around the city is kind of crazy.
It'd be fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I don't think I've never went to back to my
people get it, bro. It'd be fun, bro.
Nah. Like I said, if you're doing that, you're absolutely bored. You need to go watch the show. Speaking of that, go watch Gen V. It's good. Good. 7th episode came out, so they got one more episode left.
How many episodes?
So it's done. I think it's 8 in total.
8?
7th episode just came out, I think, today. So I'm about to peep that. Okay. With that being said, guys, thanks. Make sure you subscribe. We want to do this on our own, like separate channel. So it's gonna be on my channel for right now. We want to do this on a separate channel. If you would like that, that'd be cool. I'm just doing it now so we can get recognition. I'm gonna upload all of them to a separate channel at some other point. We will be doing this a little bit more professional one day. You know what I'm saying? If it ever picks up and to need to do so. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Go subscribe to this channel, subscribe to mine, and we'll see you guys next podcast.
See you.